Hi guys, Mr. Overon here with Mr. Overon's Tarot Reading Services, and today I am creating a spiritual bath water that you can actually put into like a mister, or like if you go to the Dollar Tree and get like one of these little packages. It has like two little bottles in a little spritzer bottle. This spritzer, you add this tea or this bath to the spritzer, and you can go around and like spray everything that you would normally smudge. So I have a little bit of it started already, and I will walk through the processes as I'm putting it together. So here we go. So this is just a large bowl filled with boiling hot water. I used my tea kettle. And the herbs that are in there already right now are just some plain sage, like one of your little sage smudging wands, and 3 star anise pods. And as you can see already on the video here, the water's turning this beautiful golden green color. So you just want to add in these items. Now, when I'm making this tea, or well, I shouldn't call it a tea because you could drink it, but I don't. So I'm just gonna call it a spritz. When I'm making this spritz, I add in elements and herbs that I'm looking to do, or like looking for those properties. So right now I'm looking for blessings. I'm looking to purify, remove energy, remove negative energy, to draw in prosperity, love, health, and things like that. So that's why I have the star anise and the sage in here. The next thing that I'm going to add is a little bit of basil. So basil helps promote money, and it's also for protection and helps with ridding yourself of negative energies. And this smells so amazing right now. Just it's got like a really deep effervescent smell. Now, if you guys only use sage for smudging, you are only utilizing it for half of its potential. Whenever I get sick, I will, I have a tobacco pipe, and I will take some of the leaves and I will crush it up and put it in there, not to powder, just to break it up. And I will smoke that whenever I'm sick, or I have the flu, or any kind of head cold or junk in my chest, and it will break it up. Really good stuff. It banishes within as well as without. Oh, I just can't get enough of this right now. So the next thing that I am adding is catnip. Just plain old everyday catnip. Now with catnip, it regulates love, prosperity, protection. Think of it as like all the attributes of cat also. It's very sneaking, very independent, gives you a lot of great qualities. And you don't have to continuously stir like I am with this little dowel here. But I just really want to get that all marinated. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of lemongrass. So that's what I have here. This is some lemongrass that I've peeled and shaved myself. So just a little bit. Just enough to give it some spice and flavor. Then I'm going to add in some dried orange peel. This is just some orange peels, or some peels from some oranges that I had that I cut up and let dry out. I'm just going to sprinkle a few of those in there. And that's going to give you like that citrusy smell. Orange is really good for like just bringing about happiness. It's a happy smell. Okay, so the next ingredient that I'm going to be adding is mugwort. Now the reason I'm adding mugwort is because mugwort can be used for astral projection and helping you with clairvoyancy and stuff like that. One of the things that I really need right now in my life is just direction, and I want to bring that general focus and love into my home right now. And I'm not stirring this any one direction like you normally would assume that because I'm invoking I would be doing clockwise. This I'm just kind of stirring back and forth. I'm putting my intent into this cauldron. Well, it's a bowl, but I'm calling it a cauldron for the sake of this video. So I've put my intent into this already, and I've already like imbued it. So you have several different elements working right now. You have fire because it heated the water. You have water, and then you have the element of air because of the steam that's coming off of it, which I'm not sure if you're able to really see on the video. Kind of looks like you can, but so you have fire, water, air, and the element of earth is represented by the herbs that are in there. So this is a very charged pot of water that has become this spritz. So there's that. The next thing I am going to add, just because I want to be a little bit extra and give it some more kick, is I'm going to be adding in orange blossom water. And you can find orange blossom water at like your little local farm co-op, and I'm just going to do 1 cap of that because this is really strong stuff. You can find it in Indian and Asian markets. Sometimes you can find it in Hispanic bodegas. So I got all that steeping and working together. The smell that it has right now is kind of like a mentholatum smell. It's very earthy, very homeopathic, that like I just don't know how to explain it. It's got like hints of mint and hints of the water, the orange blossom water, and just really good smells. And the energy that's coming off this just by itself right now is really high in its vibrations. I'm also going to add 2 bay leaves. Bay leaf, as you've seen me do in other videos, is good for bringing about wishes, and by itself is just a magical herb. Well, that's a little bit more than 2, but you get the gist of the idea. And you just want that to sit in there and just steep along with all the rest of these wonderful herbs. Now, I'm also going to add a little bit of Florida water, just to really drive home that blessing and purification. And I'm also going to add a little bit of road opener or Abre Camino. And again, the idea of adding this into it is just to draw, not only to draw, but to open up the way for like new revenues and happiness and peace, love, prosperity. So just adding a little bit of that. Now, before I added the Florida water and the Abre Camino, you could have drank this. I wouldn't suggest it just because I'm not a doctor or a licensed herbologist, and so some of these herbs could have medical reactions with like medications that you may be taking already. But because I'm going to be using this as a spritz, it's fine. Then the last liquid that I'm going to add to it is Don Juan Dinero, because again, I'm trying to draw in new revenues and things to my life. And I'm also having some issues with money right now. And to finish it all off, this is like using all of the kitchen herbs, okay? But to finish it all off, I'm just going to take a rose petal. And this was off of a dozen roses that was given to me by a friend. And I'm just going to put one rose petal in there. Now, if you don't have rose petals and you have like rose water, which, you know, I could add that in also. Again, you get this at like bodega, or you can get it at Indian or Asian market. Some spiritual shops may have this as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to submerge this flour so that it really like just gets in there. Now, if you wanted to say a spell over this, you could. You could also say a psalm or whatever words that you feel that you need to say over it. As you can see already, just adding in a few more of those ingredients has turned the water this beautiful brown color. And I'll continue to allow this to seep for probably another 30 minutes or so, and then I will strain this off and add it to my spray bottle, and then I'll go around the house and spritz with it. So as it is standing right now, this is fully charged, rip-raring, and ready to go. If you wanted to, you could add some shredded money to this, or like some change. I would suggest doing a penny, a nickel, and a dime. Okay, so this is now cooled off to the touch, and it's only getting more and more aromatic. So what I'll do now is I will take a strainer and strain it off into my little bottles. I have enough here probably for 2 or 3 different bottles, and then I will sift out, or when I go to pour this into the other bottles, I'll strain the herbs, let those dry, then I'll grind them down in a coffee grinder that I have specially for grinding up herbs and stuff, and then I will turn that powder into an incense powder and burn it on a charcoal disc. So there you guys go. Definitely try it out. Let me know how it works for you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button and give me the little thumbs up, or hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified of whenever I do a new video. And if you would like to talk to me directly, you can send me an email at mroveron@gmail.com, and you could also go over to the website mroveron.com, and there you can request spells, have a tarot reading done, or just get some spiritual advice. And yeah, so if you guys have any future concepts for videos, please let me know, and I'll try my best to put that together, or cover a topic that you want me to speak about. So anyways, that's it for now, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, witches!